Hi, this is Heather Derome from heatherderome.com and from the Sonatas and Partitas.com. This video is the second video about the Adagio from the G-minor Sonata. It's the opening movement of the Sonatas and Partitas. In the first video, we discussed how Bach opens the movement going from G minor down to D minor, and then how he closes the movement going from C minor down a fourth back to the home key of G minor, and how that closing section from C minor back to G minor is a transposed repeat of the opening section from G down a fourth to D. And so what I want to talk about in this video is this little section where we're going from D minor and over to C minor so that we can do that transposed repeat. There's some really amazing writing just in this little 5-bar transition section. So let's have a look. So we've just cadenced in D minor. And now with no ado, Bach is just like taking us right back to G minor. So here's 7 of G minor. And now we're back to G minor. So now here we're at 5 of G. We're going to do a little circle of fifths. So we have 5 of G. And now 5 of C minor. Then we have C minor, and then F minor, and notice the tenor voice here. And then we get to, now what is this chord? This is a B flat chord, a B flat 7 with a 7th in the bass. Now it's very unusual. Normally if there's a chord with a 7th in it, the chord before that chord will also have that 7th note, and it'll be like a consonant member of that chord. So the 7th, when we hear it as a dissonance, our ear has already accepted it as a consonance. But here, the A flat would be part of an F minor chord, but we didn't actually hear it. And it doesn't move by step from the bass. So what's happening there? And the way that I hear it is this tenor voice. It could go to that A flat, but it jumps down below the previous bass note of C flat, of C, to A flat. So it's not like that A flat is coming out of absolutely nowhere, but it's definitely not prepared. And then what Bach does is he takes the middle voice and he scoops it up and he brings the A flat up into the soprano. And then he resolves it in the soprano. It's the E flat chord that we expected. And next, again, a little circle fifths. E, 5 of A flat, A flat, and then F minor, B flat, and then we're expecting that. This is not what we get. But ever since that B flat chord and everything that happened after that B flat chord was leading us to E flat. But instead, what do we get? We get the bass note is a tritone below the expected bass. Now the melody note is what we expected to get. But otherwise we have an A, E flat, G flat chord. We have an A diminished chord. And then that chord would want to go to a B flat chord. But instead, it goes to a B diminished chord. The other question about this chord is with Bach's use of the fermata. Why would Bach put a fermata there? It's the only time in the whole book that he uses a fermata, unless it's at the end of a movement. So if we look at this chord, A, E flat, G flat, and we take this G flat and just respell it as F sharp, same note, different name, we would have F sharp A, E flat, C. That's a 7 of G. And so we have a 7 of G going to a 7 of C, which is similar to what he did just a few bars earlier with a 5 of G going to a 5 of C's, just doing this circle of fifths. So what I think is that Bach's use of the fermata here, it just gives us time to sit on the chord and readjust to where we're going. It just makes this turn of events not be what would otherwise be jarring. So here we have the 7 of C going to C minor, which is where we need to be. So we land on C minor with an E flat in the bass. And here the bass goes, there's an augmented second there. And then there's all these upbeats. I just think in this section, Bach just meant business. Here, he's got like sliding every single chord tone into the C minor chord. The bass jumps up an augmented second, and then everything is on offbeats. And before that, the harmonies were just like all up in the air. I think this little bit is like one of the most really singular parts in the whole book. And then it all just comes to rest like on this perfect calm of a single C note. And that's taking us to the place where we're just going to start over again, just like at the beginning. And you should watch the first video if you haven't seen it yet, and I'll show you how these last 8 measures are a mirror of the first 8 measures, and also where they're not an exact mirror of the first 8 measures. Very interesting to see where it's different. So let us know what you think at sonatasandpartitas.com. Hope you found this helpful.